Alright, we are live. Hi guys, hi everyone. Woo!
Hi.
So
Hey
we're
there.
here again. The Level Up crew is here again. And we are going Alright, we are live. Hi guys, hi everyone. So ito tayo
Hi.
to
Hey,
do another RPG for this evening. And we have, of course, we have the Level Up crew and we have our special guest DM, Mr. J. Mr. J talaga. Hi, J.
hello. Yeah, a bit too formal there. J is fine. Hello, glad to be back. Always happy to run a game. And I guess you're all familiar with Exalted at this point, but just so everybody remembers everybody else's names, let's just do a quick run through of the various characters. For for this particular game, you have a circle of Solar Exalted, basically chosen heroes of the unconquered sun. And with me are, and I will just go by random order. We have Balmong. Uh,
Hello.
yes, played by that. We have Fallen Branch. Sorry, I'm
Yo.
pointing randomly. I'm not sure if it's the same
Alright.
order in the screen. Um, we
Alright.
have Pizza,
Hi.
Tsun Tsun, and Aka.
Hi.
Okay,
So now
so
that we
yeah,
got everyone introduced,
yeah, I think we
please
got
go.
everybody. And then just to do a very quick run through um, of the previous
Previous.
session. Yeah,
Yes.
let's do a quick recap. I think Gio's going to be the one to run us through it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. We'll do a quick run through. So, what happened before in the last session was we had just sat down at the tea house to discuss what to be doing with the staff, the magical zenith staff. Um, and we had all agreed on um, bring it to the university because it is where a lot of other magical relics or just regular relics and antiques are kept and kept safe. But before we did that, we did stuff like making it look ratty and old and not at all magical. Um, so yeah, so the three people who brought it there were Balmung, Fallen Branch, and Aka, while Pizza went back to manage his business, and Sun Sun was left contemplating her place in the world. Uh, so yeah, we had during their time as they were trying to bring the staff and keep it safe. Fallen Branch's younger sister, the dragon-blooded Exalted, who was looking for him, was looking for his alter ego. It's Fallen Branch again. Is the Fallen Branch your alter ego?
Yeah, he has an alter ego. It's Nellens.
There,
He's
looking
a
for
member
Nellens.
of House Nellens.
So, to avoid being found out, him and Balmong are swap places. So Balmong pretends to be him so that they are not found out. Sends her on a wild goose chase far out. Is it northeast somewhere?
Yeah, as far
Uh,
away as
as
possible.
far
Well,
away as possible.
A distant.
While Aka resists the urge to punch someone and cause a ruckus. Uh,
He was
meanwhile,
wandering
at my restaurant, at Pizza's restaurant, he is managing everything as it's a busy lunch rush and kind of stuff. He meets a musician, a parang bard, if you will, um, who is looking for lodging and food. He agrees. They come to a deal where he provides entertainment for the guests in exchange for Pizza providing lodging and food. It is at this point where, after a while, when he gets to talking to him, learning that his name is Sorrowful Prince and everything, that he finds out that his companions are the what's his name again? The dead knight, and
That
some
night, yes.
other lady covered in, I think, wraps, if I remember correctly, or something.
Yep.
And yeah, and that is where we left off.
Okay. Yeah, thanks for that. It was actually more eventful than it sounds. 'Cause,
Yeah, it was.
Get
that,
framed.
yeah, there's a great
Ella.
opportunity for it. And I guess just before I continue the scene, I do want to ask, like, for Tsun Tsun, what would she be doing at
Oh,
around this time?
I was hanging out at Pizza's restaurant, right? Like I was contemplating what
Okay.
where?
I was witnessed, I think.
And
So
sounds
I'm
good. I
just
guess
I'm just
just
there.
before I
I'm just
continue
there
the scene,
in
I do want.
his restaurant,
Sure.
occupied.
So, okay. So if you were there in the restaurant, then you'd be witness to the exchange last time where you see Pizza talking to this musician and this guy performing and everything.
Mhm.
Okay, great. So we'll assume that both of you are in the same scene, and we'll just pick up from there.
Okay.
And the sorrowful prince is like, ah, yeah. Speaking of my companions, there they are. And camera shifts to show coming out of the crowd is none other than the Death Knight that you guys actually ran into and sort of kind of fought in the desert. And accompanying him appears to be a feminine figure. Uh, she's wearing clothes that completely cover her body, everything from gloves to the top of her head. She has this copper mask, very ornately wrought copper mask that doesn't seem to even have eye holes, and very long skirts that reach all the way to the ground. And the way that she moves, she doesn't bob up and down when she walks, like normal people. It's like she just floats.
She
And
glides.
and the way that she moves is that her gestures basically seem to move from pose to pose, like a marionette. So the as she approaches and Ash approaches, there's a bit of recognition in Ash's features
Mhm.
as he realizes who Sorrowful Prince is talking to. And so yeah, you see him like tense a little bit. Um, because I mean, to be fair, in the last I believe in the last game, Pizza was the one who actually threw a weapon at him.
I
Um,
just tried to wrap him in chains.
there we go. So you
Magic
attempted to
chains.
restrain him. So yes, he recognizes you for that. Um, and he glances towards Solarful Prince. He's like, "Ah, good, you're all here. I was just, striking a deal with this proprietor to get us some lodgings for the upcoming event. Why don't you all say hi to Pizza, Master Pizza, to my companions?" He points. The big one is called the Ashen Shade of Morning, and the lady over here is Silent Lucidity. You'll have to forgive us. Our culture is one that we don't go by our names, we go by certain titles, and we would prefer that it remains so.
Yes. Oh, okay. Well, I actually, see Chun's with me, right? Or she's in a
Tsuntsun
like a
is
different table.
somewhere inside your
Okay.
restaurant.
I
At
say,
this point, Tsuntsun
um,
sees them.
so,
So,
parang I say, yes, we've met before. As I gesture towards Ashen Shade of Morning. Uh,
okay.
not not under the greatest of circumstances. Uh, but yes, we have met. And what's the name of the lady again?
Silent.
Silent Lucidity.
Yes, and
Silent lucidity.
Lucidity.
uh, nice to meet you, Silent Lucidity. Do you guys have any nicknames? I don't
Pri-
want.
Sorrowful Prince actually smiles. To be perfectly frank, we actually do, just to make things easier. You can call me Prince. This is Ash. That's Lucy. So, um,
Aye, that's it.
You just say like silence. Still, no.
Aye, aye.
better than no, better than running around calling her silent. Silent?
Silent.
No.
Silent
To be
Silent
Aye,
Lucidity.
okay, okay.
Yeah.
So
So in
Lucy.
case of emergencies, use the nicknames.
So
Anyway,
the one who said the nicknames was Sorrowful Prince, right?
Prince.
Mhm.
As Prince, the
Okay.
one he's talking to. So he seems to be the front man of the group. He's the one who handles all the delicate negotiations, while Ash is the muscle and God knows what Lucy is. Um, yeah, and Ash surveys the place, and he's like, "And where are your companions?" He asks you.
Oh. Um, they're around somewhere. I'm not really sure.
Yeah, that
We separated as I have to run this whole place myself.
and Prince sort of catches Ash's tone a little bit, and he's like, "Now, he is our host. Let us at least treat him with the proper amount of respect, Ash." And Ash shrugs and he's like, "Very well, if that's the arrangement you've come to." And Prince is like, "Well, considering that we are sort of banking on his hospitality, let's all remain friends. I mean, we won't bother you for too long. After all, we're just here to um do a bit of exploration, as you will. And I think since you've met Ash, I have a general idea of what you might know. Um, would it be all right for us to speak somewhere more private?
Uh, sure. Can I? Oh, just me?
Well, are you bringing anyone else?
Mm, some witnesses, murder witnesses.
Like, but of course. Go ahead.
Time to look for a friend.
So
Call a friend.
well,
Dial
I
a
mean,
friend.
I'm in my. Let's see. I go look around, see if any of my family members are free.
Your family members are
Uh,
there. You see Tun Tun staring from her seat.
I notice. Oh, you're there. All right, fine. You can come.
Oh, you're there.
And it hoists me from my.
All right. So I gesture to Sun Sun to come with me.
Mhm.
All right. So yes, I believe you've met her, Ash.
And I'm like,
Oh right. This is
hello
And
there.
Ash nods and he's like, I do believe we've met in a previous life, but um I am not acquainted with who you are now.
no, but she's the one who actually like hit him, right?
Yep.
Yeah. All right. So all right.
Yeah.
Then
At
I
this point,
say.
I think Nina will just nominate whatever soundtrack she wants for this particular scene.
So I say this is Sun Sun for Lucy and Prince. Sun Sun, this is Lucy, Prince, and Ash.
And I just
And so they want to talk. So come on, come with me.
should
Talk.
we should we get more
Talk.
with it? Should we have the
Enough
fan
witnesses to
First, the
outnumber them,
thing.
maybe?
I don't
You're gonna
think
need a lot
they'd
more
be
for
able
that.
to help.
true?
Are we too far from them?
Yes, you guys are far.
Well, it's one of
We're-
two things. Number one, you guys were at the university. Two, you have no clue where they are.
Didn't I say
So,
Oh
didn't I tell them
no,
I
I
was actually
cannot
going to
punch
oh
my
well,
anyone.
fair.
Yeah, he said.
Okay,
He said.
I
well,
told them I was going there.
you know Pizza's restaurant, and he would be there. If that's where you guys plan to meet up again, it would make
Well,
sense.
we probably know that pizza would be always at his restaurant. So it'd be like, okay, where are they now? Pizza's probably at his restaurant, but
No,
we would
I
have
believe I did tell them. Like,
we
parang
wouldn't
when
know
they
where.
were asking who's gonna be going, I said no, I
Okay,
can't. I've got to go. I got to go
sure.
to my.
All right. In that case, then yes. The other half of the team would know where you guys are.
So
Or pizza
Yes.
is at
I
least.
just jump in, and I just found funny. One of the comments on our thread right now says, "I was promised cabedon."
There
That
was there
will.
was Cabedon,
there,
In our
and there
last
may yet be
episode,
it might
Cabedon.
happen. It might happen again. We don't
It
know.
might happen again.
It just started.
Trust.
Just
Okay,
trust
so
me.
I guess you bring them to like one of the private rooms or something, conference
Yes,
rooms in your.
I bring them to one of my function rooms I use
Okay,
for special
yeah,
events.
Sounds good. So you bring them into the function room, and uh, Ash and Lucy take their places, and Prince is the one who leads the discussion. Is like, all right, well, Ash actually got us caught up on what had happened in the manse of the ancient queen,
Mhm.
and well, considering that he does recognize both of you, then it's suffice it to say that you might have information that we don't, and we'd like to negotiate for that.
Okay.
Hmm. Hmm.
Primarily, we're actually looking for her staff.
Who's her staff? Who's the her?
I'm
Who's the
talking
her
about
you're
an
talking about?
object, he says.
I mean,
The
who
the
are
ancient
who's this her
queen
you're
was
talking
known
about?
for having a particularly magical staff, and we are interested in it, and we're perfectly willing to negotiate and or offer something in exchange.
Honestly, I mean, I don't
Your
know if any.
prince is dead. Joke lang.
I don't know of any magical staff.
But his staff is magical.
What?
Your crew, man, your crew. Your
Never
pizza.
mind.
Oh, that kind of staff. The only staff I have is here, my people.
Exactly. That's what I meant.
But yeah.
Right. So it's like, so would it suffice to say that you didn't find anything of such inside the man's?
I can definitely say I didn't find anything magical.
But you were inside it at least. You'd actually seen what was
I
inside the
won't
man's.
lie about that. I was in there. Ash saw us come out of the uh temple.
Hmm.
But as you can see, we weren't holding anything other than the stuff we brought in.
Did it look in any way ransacked before?
Well, here's the thing. We were called to what's the
Point the
word?
blame at the dragon blood then.
Archaeological
Escort,
archaeological escort to the professor. So
particularly the dragon blood. Actually, you're. Yeah.
oh, yeah,
I'm not there. Sorry, go. I'm
it
not
didn't
there.
look ransacked before.
You're not. Very well. Then I suppose you wouldn't mind if we actually took a look around in that man's then. Considering you didn't find anything important.
I don't mind, but it's not mine though. It's not mine. You might go and get into trouble with those other
The dragon blooded.
the dragon blooded exalted.
That shouldn't be too much of a problem. Ash here has
I-
at least
yeah.
some measure of claim to the place.
Yes. True. When we did come out, you had killed everyone.
Almost.
He looks at Ash and he's like, I thought we were going to do this quietly. Ash shrugs.
This-
He's like,
Not-
I was
killed everyone.
offended. Somebody actually managed to get into the man's. Still, if you didn't find anything, Princess, then it would seem that we're a little bit ahead of the game then. Considering that we've already found 2 other pieces of the staff. Very well. I do believe our business isn't concluded then. We'll take you up on your offer of the what do you call this? The lodgings, and we'll be on our way.
we still haven't decided on what the other two will be providing. You said you're providing entertainment. What about the other two? To make up for their lodgings and food.
Services.
He says, "Well, what kind of services are you looking for?"
Not sure. What can they do? Because
He's like,
I know you can play music.
I don't think you
but what
want
about-
mass murder as part of the list of services you want for this one.
They can stand and look pretty.
That's true. I don't want the mass murderer. That might scare off some.
Is Sun Sun actually saying that? You can stand there and look at
It's in my head.
Okay, because I want to make sure.
Wait,
Here,
Wala palang filter sa
I turned to I just to include. I turned to Sun Sun. What do you think?
is Sun Sun looking at Ash
What do you think?
flirtatiously?
What do you think? Like what can Lucy do? Like I haven't heard her speak at all.
Good point.
Okay.
To be fair, her name is Silent. So
Silent Lucidity or Lucy. For ease of looks towards you. She cocks her head sideways. It's almost bird-like. The way that she moves. This is like sudden bursts of movement, and then they stop and hold a pose. It's that sort of thing. And then her voice is this like this dismembered echo that's coming from somewhere around you, but
Yep.
probably not in her helmet. It's hard to tell. And she says that I am a priestess, and I can see that you currently reside very close to a shadowland. And there
yes,
are things that I might offer to you if you are actually looking to, shall we say, extend your territories.
I would be very much interested in that.
Very well.
Uh,
He's
I'm guessing
here.
Wait, when
Ash
you
can
say
help with that too as well.
Ash shrugs. There's a way. There are ways and means for that. I can deal with the living. She can deal with the dead.
Maybe Ash
Perfect.
can serve in the restaurant.
What?
You want Ash to go around in armor and like
say that in
serving
right?
pizza?
Out loud. No, I
Yeah,
mean,
is this something that Tutu says out loud?
Go on. What?
Yeah, I jokingly suggested.
like maybe Ash can serve.
Ash like raises an eyebrow and looks at you. It's like, really?
Hmm.
If I remember correctly, your past life was the one that did better service.
Hmm.
You're gonna take that? Are you
Anyway.
serious?
That's from the
Um,
DM. So-
Man, fight back. No, I'm kidding.
I just stay silent.
Her suggestion isn't all bad. we could use the extra hands in on deck.
Hands and feet.
Do you use like an oven that uses wood for the pizza? Because he can like chop the wood. For
You're
the
gonna have
pizza.
him go outside shirtless chopping wood. That's
Yes.
your plan.
We're gonna do that.
Sabi na eh.
I saw this like a mile away. Kasi if you use an oven, I'm like, alam ko na to.
Can we do that? Can we do that?
You realize we can't actually.
Hi,
You'll have to. You'll have
Ninay,
to
why
find
you
your,
like this?
you have to find your own material for
We're
what.
we're looking for stereotypes here. So he has like a long sword, right? That he can use.
Yes.
It's like a
He has a long sword he can use. Yes. It is long and broad. He considering that it's supposed to be like the size of a that surfboard behind you. Um and yeah, so she's like, fine, if it's manual labor that you're asking for this, then I don't suppose I'd mind. But there are better uses for for weapons such as these. I'll be using a regular axe. Um
yeah. You don't want your wood screaming souls while he cuts them.
yes.
Oh, that is
The last thing you need is like, diba? That's the last thing you need. Or
Yeah,
worse
they
than
just-
when you throw the wood into
People
the
would just
oven
think the
instead.
sounds are coming from the Shadowlands.
You never know. Maybe Pizza wants to serve some brand new kind of pizza flavor. It's called like screaming souls with garlic.
In any case, the three of you arrive actually at Pizza Hut, and
Pizza's hot.
the Caesar calls you guys over and tells you that the boss is currently talking to some strange looking types. Meanwhile,
I just want to clarify that the part of the staff that is with us is actually now back at the academy, right? On
Totally.
display.
Yes, you
Okay.
guys left it there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just making sure.
yeah, you guys left it over there. Don't worry, it's not like you guys are lugging it around.
Yeah, because it would be kind of odd if you're lugging it around, bringing it into Pizza Hut's place.
Yes. So at this point, a sorry, Caesar. So one of the other members of one of your other employees knock discreetly on the door. Boss, boss, your other friends are here.
Friends? Or okay, fine.
I have friends. no,
Grabe.
no, I'm kidding. Okay, I excuse myself. I leave soon with the other three as I go and meet with the friends.
With the
Okay.
friend. Sounds fun.
So I leave and close the door behind me.
Okay. So, all right. Very quickly then, when you leave, Ash is the one who, Ash puts one hand down on the table and looks at Tsutsun and is like, all right, fess up. You guys found something in that man's.
Oh, great.
Wait,
We found
Nina, you have strong
You
social
have-
skills.
I'm
your
actually
character
But she's
has
yeah,
strong
but she
social-
doesn't have good lines. Oh wait, is it different from being good at lying?
She doesn't need to lie. She
Subterfuge?
can just not say anything.
Alright, whatever. Anyway, you go. Nina, what do you say?
I cross my arms and I have no idea what you're talking about.
She probably. That's
He's
the
like,
funny. I
you
have
know
no
full well what I'm talking about. The queen, she has that staff. It was in the man. She was buried with it.
We didn't have time to actually search the man.
And then I'm like, all I can remember is I divert his attention and I'm like, no, all I can remember was that vision that we shared. Bruh, bruh, that's all I can remember.
You don't remember anything about the inside of the man? He brushes off your reflection.
I just I tell him oh no, I don't tell him I remember being attacked
Your
I
heart.
tell him
Remember.
Being attacked? What do you mean?
by
We were
the
attacked.
monkeys, diba? By the demon monkeys.
Could say that.
You could say that.
We were able to open the doors only. It's just that we didn't find anything. That's what I said.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say, all I can remember was fighting off these demon monkeys inside, and really barely, no, not really barely going,
Barely escaping with our lives.
barely escaping with our lives. Yeah, like that.
You certainly didn't look like you had any trouble from inside. when I saw you outside that man's, you were fine. But all right, if you're not willing to tell us anything about it, then that's okay.
Really.
He looks at Princess like, I don't think we're gonna get anything from this. Princess is like, well, we have a place to stay, and that's something at least. If they don't know anything or if they're hiding it, then at least it's just one part. We know where the rest are.
Do I hear this?
He's saying it
They're
right in
right-
front
they're
of you,
with
and he
you.
looks at you.
Oh,
He actually looks at you, and we know where the rest are.
oh,
It's a trap. Just like Ash.
he's a trap.
He's a trap.
Okay, so outside, Lisa meets up with the rest after the run in with Fallen Branch's sister. Is there anything that you want to brief the three of them on before?
I let them know that our dead friend is here. Tall, dark, and not so alive. Is here it's actually in the back room with Sun Sun.
Wait,
And
wait.
he has
Wait.
friends.
Biglang, oh, wait. You left Sun?
Yeah, she's fine. They're not hostile.
Jealous much?
Yo, no, it's not the hostile part that I'm worried
Jealous
about.
much.
Feeling jealous? No.
Is that
Well,
jealousy I detect?
No.
If I remember correctly, he never told us about those parts.
Yeah, he never did. So
So we don't know.
yeah.
But yeah. I mentioned that our tall, dark, and not so alive friend is there, along with his other friends.
Yes.
But
You make mention of
they are
them knowing
being civil.
Maybe we should.
Did he mention to me about the other two pieces?
Yeah, he made mention
Oh,
that they knew
Oh,
about
yeah.
the two other.
so they have
Ayun. So
their
I tell them they have information about
two other pieces.
other two something about other two pieces of uh the, the staff. Um, ayun. That's all I know. So you guys want we can get back in there. Alright. What do you guys say?
I think maybe we should go back to Sun Sun. I'm they might not be aggressive, but I don't trust them being with Sun Sun for too long.
Or is it the other way around?
I don't trust Sun. I don't trust Sun Sun. Joke lang.
Okay, anyway,
No,
with
we
her
did.
well, she was very impulsive the other
Be
time. So
Tun
she was very impulsive the last time. Anyway, we should probably get back. Come on.
Yep.
Okay. So you guys all enter, and Prince is like, "Oh well, it's a bigger meeting than I thought it would be." But I do believe that there's nothing else that we need on our end, unless there is something that you guys are, is there something else that you would like to know?
Mm,
No, just
well, I'd like to ask like, oh wait, I mean, I'm pretty sure the others want to ask about like maybe why Ash killed them. I didn't tell them about. Yeah, I didn't tell them about that stuff. So they can ask about it.
Mhm.
ako, I don't have anything to say at this point. I kind of just stand there stoic because, parang just looking at them, pero wala akong sinasabi.
Okay.
Hmm.
So with if that's the case, then Prince is like, all right, then I suppose it's just a matter of hashing out an arrangement. I believe Ash has agreed to manual labor. Meanwhile, Lucy will be in charge of setting up an arrangement with your nearby Shadowland to help expand your territory.
Yes.
Wait, to what?
To expand it. So that to push it
Expand.
farther away from where we are right now.
Ah. To be clear, you mean to say to push the Shadowlands away from here, correct?
Mhm.
Okay.
Lucy is a priestess of our kind, he says,
Ah,
and
right.
he does have some command of the Shadowlands. And if it means so much for the business, then I suppose being a little less haunted might set your guests at ease.
Mm.
Unless, of course, you'd like to start serving the dead, which is also perfectly acceptable on our end. But I don't know exactly how well the food industry will do.
Yeah, they don't have really great taste.
Mm.
Yeah.
They,
Have you considered actually entering that business? And I come to think about it, there is an opportunity there, Princess.
I could probably open a branch and try it out. But for now, I want to serve the living people.
No, no,
Yeah.
that's the beauty of it. You see, technically, you could open a side business offering offerings literally to the dead,
I could.
and it essentially, you know, nobody has actually ever bothered creating a fast food quick service equivalent of creating offerings. So think about it, and if
Hmm.
you're interested, let me know.
About it.
Yeah, I might cut you in on the profit. Whatever.
All right, so I
So,
guess that's it then.
out of
It's
character.
Business
been a pleasure.
partner.
Out of
Mhm.
character. So, are we talking about zombie food?
No,
No,
no.
we're talking
Talking
about
about offerings
offerings
to
to the
the
dead.
dead.
To the
Literal
dead, yeah.
ally set. No.
Ah,
So, we're gonna
Sacrificial food offering.
Yeah.
sacrificial food offering. So,
Yeah.
so
Like when
basically,
when you stick chopsticks into a bowl of rice.
Yep. It's like here,
Pretty
That
insert
kind of.
much.
something.
Except pizza. Anyway, chopsticks on
Except
pizza.
pizza.
akala ko is what do you call that? Getting bodies from the morgue and serving it to the.
No, no, no.
Ah, no,
Actually,
no.
when he means offering in the dead, lore-wise, there are kingdoms of the dead kasi.
Mhm.
And they're not much different from living kingdoms.
Yep.
They're just
But
dead.
they do get sustained by offerings made to them by the living.
Grave offerings made by the
Yep.
living. Very Chinese ancestor worshipy thingy.
Hmm.
Asian,
Yeah.
rather.
Yeah. Okay, so the three of them excuse themselves, considering that there seems to be nothing else to discuss. Um, and they, on their way out, um, Pizza is the one that catches wind of a conversation of Ash talking to Prince about she's already on her way, and if we're lucky, she'll be able to get to them first.
Hmm.
I'm scared of what he means by them. I can't exactly just ask it outright.
Yeah, unless you can find a way to insert yourself in that conversation. Kasi none of you have expressed any interest in the staff. None of you have about any information regarding it. So their assumption is that you guys don't really know anything about it, and there's no point talking to you guys.
You're not wrong.
Did it?
But to
I
be
think
fair,
that's
I'm just fearing for my life since I know he can kill people. So I didn't
Yep.
speak it.
Hmm.
Hey,
we wouldn't want you to die in another RPG, Gio.
nah.
Don't worry, you won't die that fast.
That's
Yeah,
fast.
It,
thankfully, if anything, Gio has like incredible survivability.
I'm already past the first session, man. So
Lusot
Well,
na. Oo, may, ano na. May record na siya. No, but in this case, they seem to be discussing something. If you, it might be possible to tail them and get more information based off on it, considering that Ash doesn't seem to be the,
Leader.
I guess, yeah, very secretive type.
I could
Um,
I could probably sneak up on them. Actually, or if it's just listening in on them, I could always just increase my awareness and reaching awareness.
that's possible. You do have the charm, so
Yes, and I can also, because I'm a night cast, I can also keep it subtle and hidden from other people.
yes, exactly. Yeah, go ahead.
Yes,
So
sure. I'll do that. I'll do that. Reaching
okay,
awareness. That's one mode, and then another mode for keeping it subtle,
right.
right?
Hmm. And then just roll your awareness, and then
Maybe that.
in dice. Again, fives and sixes are successes. Sixes count double.
All right. So how
limited
many?
dice.
So I roll 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dice.
I will turn on the.
Dice.
So 5 B. Is it 6? 6, huh?
Yeah, d6.
3.
I
Five,
won't.
five, five. Three successes. Okay, that's not bad. Okay. Um. So, you train your senses on them. Keep a conversation on it. And Ash seems to be continuing his conversation with the prince, and he's like, "Good." Prince is like, "All right. That means that if she can make it to the Beastman tribe in time, we'll be able to get at least 4 pieces. That should be enough. Any of the pieces can be used anyway. It's just a matter of securing enough of them together to create a big enough effect. In the meantime, it looks like these guys don't know what they're holding on to. And in a way, that's actually safer for us. So, and what do you call this? Ash is like, all right, if that's the case, then I think Lucy should go ahead and send a message already. Belle will be waiting.
Well,
And
Mm.
Lucy like nods and she gestures her gloved hand upwards, and a mote of light and appears in front of her, and Prince addresses it, and he says, "Belle, we need you to hurry. They don't know exactly who it. We don't know if we have competition, but we're in the lead. I want you on that tribe, and I want you to take the ore by whatever means necessary."
Or
So he nods, and Lucy releases the spell. It shoots upwards and starts racing skywards towards the east.
East.
Yeah.
Okay.
Aka is there actually with you guys. He's just like, okay, there's all this boring talk going on.
Talk.
Aye,
I
so
wanna
when
fight
when
someone.
they're out of earshot, I relay what I heard to the others.
Yeah, so that spell is okay. Just for context, that spell is called the Infallible Messenger. It is essentially a communication spell that is transmitted, and it will carry the exact voice of the person who left its intended recipient. It is, again, in the name infallible. It will always find its intended recipient. So if any of you are fast enough, you can actually chase it
if
and
you're
find out who their fourth member is.
I don't think I'm fast enough.
you,
Oh
I'm
wait,
the only
someone who
one.
has ride. Someone who has ride.
Yeah, someone who has to ride.
That's right.
And Arrow.
Someone who
even
is fast enough to chase it. Someone who has ride.
maybe maybe
Maybe
someone who can ride horses.
maybe who's maybe someone
so.
who's small and light.
Well,
Bell, we're
Well,
hinting at you.
Ichi
Huh?
here.
We're hinting at you.
Hitting very
I'm
heavily. Kulang ka na may
sorry.
wink, wink, and nudge, nudge.
Wink.
I
We're
would like
hinting at
to fight, please.
fight. No,
No,
you can
we
chase
have to
down
chase.
the
So the situation right
infallible
now is
messenger.
essentially they figured out that the bad guys are sending a magical
message.
message towards a fourth member of their team to find and acquire a piece of the staff. So if you guys want to at least in the odds, because they did mention that they had two pieces already. You guys have one. So you're gonna have
Block, block.
to yeah, you're gonna have
Yeah.
to be the one to block
yes,
that
basically.
attempt.
Currently, I think you're the one who's fastest
Yes.
since
Yes.
you.
And you're the fastest.
Why? Is it because I have supernatural athletics? Eh.
And you
Yes.
I was talking about
Yes.
your horse riding ability.
You have right,
More.
and you're
I
right.
mean, I don't even know if I have a horse somewhere in there.
You do. It was assumed in your character creation that you did have a
Horse.
Oh, so does it
race
just
winning horse,
follow
I
me
believe.
around? Okay, I want to
Yeah.
chase after
champion
Well,
horse.
here's the thing.
it.
If you have do you have supernatural on ride no, by any chance?
No,
Do
No.
you
Okay.
have
I
any
have
charms on it?
nothing on right.
Really?
I
Wala ka
have,
charms on ride?
yeah, I mean
Okay
it,
lang.
yeah.
Supernatural
It's okay.
athletics
It's
is
okay.
fine.
It's okay.
Go ahead. So go ahead and make a roll for athletics.
Okay,
Athletics.
wait lang. How do you do it?
She's gonna do a
Yeah.
flash.
Athletics or ride, whichever one you have more dots in.
For
Yeah, which one does
D6.
she have more? She has more in athletics, I think.
Yeah, I do. I have 4 in it.
She'll just outrun her horse.
10.
How many? Oh, wait, what? Oh, what did you roll? What did you roll? You rolled 2 successes. 2.
Two.
Okay. So yeah. So what happens is like you launch they launch the satellite, they're zooming to the east.
Yep.
And what happens now is that Pizza gives Aka a heads up essentially. Like you need to chase that down and find who the first member is.
I tell her
Uh,
the direction is going in, so at least if she doesn't know where it is.
okay. Thankfully the thing is a glowing ball of light. So Aka starts sprinting after it like a
Forest Gump. Yung
yeah.
nasisira na yung ano niya.
Run, Aka, run.
Run, Aka, run. No, so if the spell moves as the crow flies like straight ahead, you start leaping and then vaulting yourself from rooftop to rooftop. With 3 successes, that's actually spectacular. So we're talking about
Really?
20, 30 uh you know foot type jumps, and you're chasing after it across the entire city, and you stop just shy of when the spell suddenly descends, um and talks to a uh what do you call this, a young girl with a boyish haircut that's astride a horse,
Oh,
and
Hello.
she the message plays back again, Vel, you gotta get to the tribe before they do, because we don't want to lose our edge. And the girl with the boyish haircut and black riding gear nods, and she touches the flank of her horse, and the for a moment there's this ghostly glow that covers it, and you can see the skeleton of the horse as the glow cascades across it. Its hooves start blazing in ghostly flame,
I'm
and
so
she starts
jealous.
riding. Yeah, well, she has ride charm, so you're gonna have to like make do with athletics, or you can shoot her off her horse, depending on what you feel like doing. So it's up to you right now.
Ooh, I would like to shoot her, please.
Okay.
wait. Just
What
so we're
weapons do
clear,
you
she's
have?
alone, right?
Yeah, she is alone. She is
All right.
astride the horse, and she's about to take off after she's cast the spell to empower her horse to, you know, do anything short of like running on water. Actually, it can do that, but yeah. So
Or can I just like karate kick her out of the horse? It's
you
not
can.
humanly possible because I have
Well, you're
martial
a
arts.
solar, so you're
You don't have to think about
you're
humanly
capable of
possible.
inhuman feats of ability, and you have martial arts. So go
No,
for it.
okay. I wanna kick her out of her horse and get
Okay,
the horse.
so we are doing a Stephen Chow thing where like you're racing like heck, and then you basically flying kick her off the horse. Great.
Yes.
Yes, in the spirit of the Olympics, we shall see. Okay.
I wish I had a what's that weapon that Harley Quinn had? The javelin.
Okay, a javelin. All right. I was thinking a mallet. Because we are
Oh,
talking about Harley
she
Quinn.
got 4 successes.
Okay, 4 successes, and you actually get 2 more dice because it counts as a stunt with your
Nice.
martial arts. So you get to roll 2 more dice.
I roll 2 more.
Wait,
Hmm.
this is a lot of rolling tonight.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
good.
Roll,
Ah,
roll,
fantastic.
rolling.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7 successes. That pushes you firmly in the exceptional success range.
Ooh, wow.
And
I get
while
a free
her
horse.
yeah, her
Seven,
dodge
seven,
is
seven total. Nice.
2. Okay, her dodge defense is 2. That brings down to 5. She doesn't get to defend against it much. Um. Okay. Now damage is. Hold on. Yeah, you know what? Okay, so you barely stop. You jump down from the rooftop as you see the thing deliver the message. You land in the sand, right behind her. She touches the flank of her horse. It lights up, ghostly flame on its hooves, and then there's this explosion of sand right behind her where you land. And out of the cloud of sand is you in like a very sharp angle flying kick out of the dust, with dust swirling in a circle around in a vortex from where you pass as you knock her off the horse. And she you not your heel lands squarely across her jaw, and she spins,
I'm
in an
so
axis
bad.
off her horse, and
Mhm.
she lands on the sand as you grab the I forgot what they call that part of the saddle, the knob thing,
Yeah.
the saddle, and you literally do that Olympics thing where you vault on a horse and end up
Oh my
on
god.
on the saddle. So that's literally what you do, and that's your action. And you rear back the
Amazing.
horse with ghostly hooves and shit. Para may ano ka, may epic moment ka. So that's
Tapos, tapos,
yeah. So
some random person raises a signboard that says 10.
10. There's sa likod some Bedouin
Like
guy.
the
10.
stable boy was like, bruh.
Yes.
Now the funny thing is, you don't know where to go.
That's true.
She does.
Actually.
So right now you're like, okay. So
I
it's
did
Well,
that.
you're
Where
like,
do I go?
okay.
I have a horse. That's
And
all that
The horse
matters.
doesn't know where to
the
go.
the girl with the boy cut and the black riding outfit stands up. She's like holding her jaw. I think, what the heck are you doing? You crazy kid? She's like, get off my horse.
No.
Like, are you seriously trying
weird.
to steal my horse?
Yes.
Are you saying that with a smile?
I mean, I can give you a ride to where you're going if you want.
Sambog.
I'll give you a
It's like
ride pa.
you kicked me off my own horse, and now you're offering to take me to where I want to go. Did you just honestly do that?
Yeah, I think your horse is cool. Like, what do you want me to do?
Oh, so you think it's cool? She said, coming closer to you
Oh
and the
no,
horse.
it's a bad horse.
It's cool, really? Okay, I can get behind that. And you know how to ride, right?
Of course, yes.
Hey, great. She said we were slapping the horse's flank really hard to get it to start running off onto a random direction. And she's like, I don't have time to waste with you. She says, good luck with that. She uh so you're riding on a horse. You're gonna have to ask you to make a horse riding roll right now. So that's a ride check. And she snaps her fingers and a ghostly horse appears from the sand.
Another one.
Yep.
Oh, more horses?
She enchanted one horse. This one is a ghostly one.
Wait, so I
So
roll for ride?
roll for
Yeah.
ride.
Yo.
On the plus
So
side, you now have a ride.
what is your eclipse?
I have two sa
You have
eclipse.
two. Okay.
So one success.
One success. Okay. Thankfully, you do know how to sort of get control of a horse. And your opponent is already starting to gallop ahead by the time you manage to rein in your horse under control. You click your tongue and then pull on the reins to reorient the horse. And well, problem one is solved. She's already going to where she needs to go. Problem two is solved. You have a horse. So we've turned from Solar chosen of the gods to Grand Theft Horsey. Um,
Criminal.
Grand
and
Theft
yeah,
Horse.
all for the greater good, guys. So yeah, Aka, I'm gonna have to ask you to make your a second ride roll to see if you can how well you can keep up. Um,
Oh no.
and yeah, if you have any charms whatsoever, it would be really helpful right about now.
Right? She doesn't
Wait,
have
you
to.
have 2 experience points left over from the last session. You can actually spend them now to buy charms for ride.
If you want, yeah.
Okay.
You might want to get like, I don't know, overwhelming or something. I don't know.
Keep. Yeah.
Yeah.
Supernatural. Yeah.
Supernatural. Yes.
Okay.
Make this horse fly. So I roll for
That's supernatural.
two.
It's
Two pa
flying.
rin?
Yeah,
Sorry.
2 dice pa rin.
Okay.
2d6.
Actually, the
Three.
Nice. 3 successes. Okay, very good. The dice love you today.
She's doing so well with just two
She's
dice.
doing fantastic considering she has 2 dice. Meanwhile, you guys are like, I roll 8. What do you mean? I'm nothing.
I rolled 8 dice, 0 successes.
Yes.
What?
So like meanwhile, while all of this is happening, you bolt ahead and your I guess your golden essence that flows out of your body, um,
All right.
goes down onto the horse and grants it like wings of gold.
Wow.
And
Wow.
you did say you wanted a flying horse, so essentially,
Yes.
That's true.
you start chasing her with like no terrain penalties considering you're literally flying. As long as you don't like fly straight into a sandstorm, you should be fine. And yeah, you're chasing her. Um, she looks back to check. She realizes that you are flying on a golden horse, and the look on her face is one of like sheer frustration as she realizes what the hell you are. Um, and at this point, she actually reverses the way that she's seated on the horse and pulls out two crossbows.
Oh,
What?
Yeah, so she's riding, she's just steering with her heels, and then she's on
Oh gosh.
shooting backwards because this is the kind of game Exalted can get. So,
I love it.
yeah, so she takes aim and fires with her twin crossbows. The crossbows themselves look like they've been made of some sort of uh, black wooden material with silver accents, including the front part of the crossbows, where you would normally have the stirrup in a regular size crossbow. In her case, there's small hand crossbows, but at the end, at the very front, there's like two silver what do you call this, skulls, and the arrow actually the bolt shoots from inside the jaw, inside the mouth.
ooh.
So
So cool.
What's this?
fancy gear.
I mean,
That reminds me of a character from an anime.
Mhm.
What's his name? Si Goku Dera. Right.
Sorry, what's your defense, by the way? Your physical defense.
Survival.
No,
Physical defense. Should have it. It's called PDV. It's somewhere in the character sheet.
I don't think I put any.
I don't think she competed it.
Yeah, that would be your. I believe it's your ano nga ba? Dodge divided by
Dodge
two.
over 2.
Yeah. So what's your dodge rating? Sorry, how many
Where
dots
do
in
I
dodge?
find that? I don't
The
think I
dodge is in the night cast.
Under night.
Nightcast. What is your nightcast?
Wala.
What's the dots in your night? No, you should have at least one on it.
Should have at least
Oh,
one. Yes.
I have 4 in it.
Alright, then 2.
Two in dodge.
Yes.
Her PDV is 2.
Two. Okay, great. So PDV is 2. And rolling an attack with twin crossbows. Okay, so that is 2. Just enough to hit. But you do have armor, I think, because you are a soldier. So thankfully, it grazes but doesn't penetrate. You don't take any damage.
Okay.
But like a bolt snags like around your shoulder. The other one whizzes past you. At risk of like harming your flying horsey. And now it's your turn.
Can I just keep dodging or do I have to attack?
It's up to
Ah.
you. If you want to, you can either you have options. You can either pull back and try and track her instead, rather than like engage in this. You can continue evasive maneuvers. You can decide to atomic drop from wherever
Yeah,
you are on
you have
top
to
of her.
remember that your goal is to follow her.
Yeah, so it's up to you.
I think I'm gonna follow her. But how do I do that discreetly? Kind of.
Yeah, well, you're in a giant. You're on a flying
You're
golden
Kind of
horse.
flying
You can fly
horse.
above.
Yeah, I guess. But like a little bit farther siguro.
Okay, so you make it look like you get spooked, or at least shaken enough that you don't pursue.
Kunwari natamaan ako, so I'm like overreacting. It hurts. Ouch.
So from her
I'm
point
losing
of view, you're like your horse is spinning dramatically, like it's going to crash.
Yeah.
And
I'm just imagining something like with the helicopter.
yeah, like
Like-
that, diba? Like it's on its
You guys
axis.
like diba toddlers usually have like fake tantrums sometimes? Imagine that, but aka, and it's not a tantrum. It's like a fake pain.
Yeah. So it's like, ooh, I'm
Stop!
hurt. It went through a
Ah,
lung. As she's griping, belly aching.
Tapos gumagano na
While
yung
the thing is like spiraling almost like a helicopter. As it rides away.
That's fun.
Can you go ahead and make your perform roll?
Yes, yes.
Oh my
Yes.
god.
Your perform roll is in what?
Zenith.
4-4.
My God,
Zenith?
last by yeah. Yeah, her survival is really high.
Ooh, yeah.
Ayan, 2.
Ooh,
Okay.
3.
So the
Sorry,
funny thing
2,
is
yeah, 2.
you actually score more successes than um the other opponent's investigation. So she actually buys your ham-handed act. So
It's like
she
the
turns
biggest one
around in her
half
saddle
now.
and just like sprints, has her horse run faster towards her objective.
So
So
Vel totally believes this acting.
yes, Vel
Love
totally
it.
believes Aka's acting. He's like, oh, I got a lung. I
It's like
can
a lot. Oh, I'm
I'm
gonna die.
inhaling blood. Um
I'm
Spit.
gonna die.
yeah.
Tapos
Yeah.
so
I'm
Oh
ironically,
trying to.
my
I know there's something like
gosh.
very dramatic. I can't remember. Who's that?
it's really funny.
There we go.
This is the end of my life. I'm gonna die.
I am but a child. My only regret is that I will never live to know the loving touch of an. Anyway, so you
Like, no
you
way,
land
that's
in the
really not
sand.
that good.
You land in the sand and like you pluck the bolt like it was nothing. And like, okay, time to go to work. Um, go ahead and roll your survival. Uh,
Does she need to?
survival dice because now you're tracking.
Survival for
Go.
Oh,
for tracking.
There you go. I mean,
Wow.
she's
The
always
dice
boasting
love
how
her. It's fantastic.
Wow.
Thank God.
3.
What
Right.
what is
Successes.
I mean,
what
it's
is
great.
up?
Okay.
It's great, but it's
This
also
is her time to shine.
Oh, this is
Hey, go.
ang tindi. Okay. Okay. So yeah, you easily catch sight of her tracks. Despite you have what do you have in terms of your survival? What charms do you have tacked onto it?
overwhelming.
Overwhelming. Okay, so never mind. So despite the shifting sands of the desert, through like the horrible conditions of the weather, through a sandstorm, you're able to keep track of where Vel is going.
Wow.
Yung daliri. I was, she went.
Yeah, you lick a finger. They went that way. Like,
The
how
wind.
did you even figure that out? I don't know.
Wind.
I can
The
taste her.
wind told me.
Oh gosh, didn't she
If
shout?
if you and then, if you hear the voices of the wind, and the colors of the wind tayo muna. So okay. In case you guys are wondering, the the Death Knight with the boycott that you guys are chasing, or that Bell is chasing, is actually called the Song of Inevitability. Sorry, the Sound of Inevitability, hence Bell. Anyway,
Never.
so
My favorite song is called
so they all have
Inevitable.
they all have like shorthand names.
Inevitable.
In
Don't worry, it's
Inevitability.
not from Inevitability. It's just Bell. It's just easier to say.
Ben.
Um. Uh. Okay. So you pursue her. It's easy enough to track her. The way her tracks are. It's not like she's hiding them. It's just that she was moving really really fast. Um. And it's obvious that you're up against someone who's also an exalt at this point.
Quite.
And you arrive not long after at a what looks like a nomad encampment, where Vel seems to have stopped, and you recognize it given that you are a native of these regions and you're a soldier. You recognize it as one of the barbarian tribes that basically nomad barbarian tribes around the area. And it is currently what do you call this, in a state of panic, as it looks like Vel is already in the process of trying to secure the artifact.
Ooh.
So she has managed to summon several ghosts at this point, and they are surrounding a tent, which is holding off the ghosts at this point, thanks to the efforts of a person who you have who you recognize, um, considering that it is Branch's sister.
What?
Okay,
Get
so
to
we'll get back
punch
to
your
you in a
What is
bit.
sister.
she doing there? Like, what the heck is she doing there?
She's
I
trying
thought
to get
Oh,
to the no, but she had made a stopover.
your sister
Uh,
is a traitor.
your sister
really.
made a stopover on the attempt to try and get to the ruin where you supposedly died. So she's just there for food and water. Then all of a sudden, this crazy abyssal attacked.
And I'm like, fate. Why you do this?
Yes, and Branch's sister actually manages to catch a glimpse of you, and a look of recognition comes out. It's like it's that kid from the university.
Oh
Anyway, but we'll
no,
get back
she
to you in
might
a bit.
think I'm a stalker.
That's one heck of a stalker to chase her out into the desert.
Oh my. I'm
Oh
like,
no.
no, I don't think that's how it works.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna be in her
Mental.
list of suspicions at this point. It won't be that high up on the list. But okay, so we'll get back to you in a bit. Meanwhile, back to the rest of you guys. So um now that Aka has run off to try and pursue um the next component of the staff, you guys are saddled with the problem of what do we do with three abyssals shacking up in your restaurant?
At least now we know where they are.
Pizza sprout. I'm kidding.
So,
Don't they say keep your enemies closer?
Yeah.
um,
Not this close though. Like
I don't hear you.
Junjun is like not this close, coming over to where Ash is like chopping wood. It's like
that is
takes a
close.
shirt off,
Actually,
chops
like
wood.
arms
That
length.
is close. I look at Sun Sun like,
and I'm like,
Yeah, but
At
this time
least
I have leverage
at least
over
it's
them.
not ba. Junjun is like not this close sa may hawak.
This close enough to parang just they can hear us there.
yeah. Pero sabi ko, Sun Sun, your actions and your words don't match.
Don't match.
No, I mean maybe she's saying it has to be this close. No,
Anyway,
yeah.
I so what now? Yeah, what do we
Good
do?
question.
It's a good
So I
question. What do we
guess
do?
mhm. So yeah, I
Um,
guess that's the thing. You need to figure it out lang what you guys plan to do at this point, because they don't seem to be in a hurry to go anywhere. So they're clearly
okay.
waiting for something.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think let's update muna the guys kasi they don't know what we
Okay,
did with the other part of the staff.
sure.
So we
But it's
tell
not
them,
it okay.
yeah, so we tell them that the part of the staff is actually in the academy as a display and it looks totally different. You would be proud of our this guys.
They're telling us
Yes.
while the three people are possibly nearby, like si Ash.
I thought they can't hear us na kasi
I don't know.
di ba kasi you were the only one who can hear them eh.
That's
Because
true.
you actually
Yeah, a while ago. So I'm assuming at this point you guys have at least absconded to a location where you can't overhear each
They're
other.
out of earshot. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
yeah.
Plus, if they ever get closer, I can hear them.
Yeah.
Yes.
Aye. So
And
yeah.
then
So yeah.
so I think for now that part of the staff is safe. The question is, what do we
Uh,
do with them?
I'll update them din pala na I said we didn't find anything in the mansion. So no magical stuff. They seem to be looking for it.
Um, did they say anything Sun Sun when you were alone with them? Did you say anything when you were alone with them?
they what did I just said that I have no idea what they were talking about when they asked if we have something. Tama ba? Is my recollection of that
Yes,
conversation
yes.
correct?
You basically denied knowing anything,
To be
Yes.
and then
fair, I
you tried to distract Ash.
Yes, I did.
I think it. Yeah.
to be
Unsuccessful.
fair, to be fair, I didn't lie no one. I didn't find the magical stuff because
Yeah.
It wasn't you.
Technically, you did.
I didn't lie because when I got it,
Technically,
when I found
you
it, it
didn't
wasn't
lie.
magical.
Yes.
Yeah, we didn't find it magical. We just saw a stick.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So there, yeah.
so what now? What did you guys find anything else about that stuff? I'm assuming you guys studied it a little.
What did we find out about the stuff? I can't remember.
Got too distracted.
It created civilized. Tama ba?
No,
Like
it
the
Yeah,
wasn't.
it can
Soviet
push.
Union.
It can change the Shadowlands. Yeah,
Mhm.
It
it
can
can
push
actually
away
use
the
it for your Shadowlands.
Shadowlands.
And with enough parts, you can actually terraform the desert.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
The question is, how many parts are there total?
Don't know.
How many parts do we have?
We have one,
One.
We have
and
one.
they have. Is it my understanding that they already have two, or they
Yes,
just
they
know
mentioned that they had to.
they had two?
Yeah, they did mention while I was there, right, with them.
Yes, they did.
Okay.
So
In fact, it was an attempt to try to see if you would actually fight.
my
That's why they mentioned it. That well, we have two. Because just in case you might, you know,
react to
drop
it.
any more information or react to it.
Yeah. I
Okay,
think,
good thing medyo sabaw ako pala.
sige kasi,
Yeah, Prince is a sneaky little bitch.
what for me kasi I think we can still throw what you call this, the blame towards the dragon blooded family at this point, kasi technically
So
they're the ones who own the 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 piece of land where they're excavating. Sila yung may access doon talaga, and
Yeah.
gets mo all of that, ano, it's like we were just
If
hired
if
to
nothing
help
is
them.
found, it's probably with them.
Yeah. So we can still throw that shade at them. Um so yun yung naisip ko. Second is the question of how do we actually get those two parts from them?
We don't
Because
You
have.
did.
obvious
That's true.
wait, what did they say? That they have the
They
proof,
have two parts.
or they know
They said
where?
to me.
they have two parts. They're ahead because they already have two parts.
Yep.
So they
That's what
didn't
they
say
said.
we know where the parts are. They literally said we have.
No,
No.
they have two parts. Yeah, we already have two of them.
And from
And then
my
plus the additional conversation, they know where
from
the
my
third one.
eavesdropping ability, we
Yes.
found out they know where the third one is.
Wait, but how do
Yes.
we really know if it's like if they're telling the truth or not?
We don't
Well,
know.
Well,
If
you're
we
there to
never saw it.
you're there to confirm the third one.
Yes.
You're there to confirm that.
Oh
So
no.
the question is now, what do we do with these three that are here? Because while they're here in Pizza's place, Pizza is kinda in danger ish. Hindi siya ano, Pizza's not safe.
Yeah, it's an honor thing.
Yeah. Ay,
Ah,
sorry.
yeah.
You have
Discuss
a
lang kayo.
contract.
I'll be right back. Slight break.
Okay.
Mhm.
Hi guys,
Okay.
we are having short break.
Slight break. So do your thing. Get food if you want. I know you. Bella, I think is hungry, or she wants snacks ata.
I'm already eating.
Aha.
Pero iniisip ko na Pizza is going to be not safe while they are there. While Prince might honor the agreement, I don't trust Ash to honor the agreement.
I volunteer!
Pri-
As
I
sacrifice,
volunteer to be with pizza!
Cabedon?
Don't you have a church to be helping manage?
This is helping. Helping,
so
you know,
Well-
giving back to the community.
while
I
we are
love how-
break, sabi po sa ating comment section, Ninay, asan ang bangs mo? This is unacceptable. Sabi ni Oscar,
Walang bangs.
nasan daw yung bangs mo? Unacceptable
Bangs
daw.
ko, wait lang.
Gusto ko yung
Yeah.
dice rolls 1. Actually, wala pa nagda-dice roll na 1 dito. Na 1 lang.
One dice. Oh my gosh, I wouldn't ever leave it to just one dice.
I know, right?
My zenith is at one. I'm not gonna ever try to do anything there.
Unless you have no choice.
My Twilight is 1.
Ah,
Because I played this big game before, I don't have a one. It's a very bad idea.
What's this?
My
What's
we
what's
we
the bad
wouldn't
idea?
having
To
To have
know,
ones.
having to roll something that is 1 dice.
Yeah. Oo.
All right. So, what about you
What's the
guys? What do
plan?
you think? What's the plan? What's our plan?
Tsun Tsun volunteered to help stay with Pizza
Yeah,
to help
I'm
protect
doing it
him in
I'm
case something
doing
that
it
goes wrong.
for the church because the church says to help out the community. So I'm helping by being there.
Uh,
Are you
Why'd you get
sure?
Why'd you
Are
get the
you
southern
sure?
accent?
All of a
Why do you
sudden,
have
there's
an-
an accent.
why does he really have an accent, Sun Sun?
I do declare.
I will declare this.
I do declare.
So,
And,
so Tsun,
and I will.
though
Oh,
I have
yes.
lots of people here, it will help to have another Exalted. But what about you're just gonna stay here doing what?
Be the
exactly?
bodyguard.
What are you gonna be doing exactly while you're here?
What do I have? I can be your.
You wanna be manual labor too?
Ooh!
Bigla natuwa siya.
Why?
It's just hilarious
Ooh,
how
mister!
sabay si guys Sara tsaka si
This is good. Suddenly
But-
became a
si-
rom-com.
What I will do is I'll assign her jobs far
Okay.
from Ash.
Like going to the market,
So
buying the ingredients.
while Ash is doing
Chopping wood.
manual labor in the back, she's out front
Mm-mm.
as
Yung
far as
ano, there's just
possible.
malayo. Oh. It's up to you guys, honestly. I'm just waiting to see what your plans are. Kasi
Yep. Right.
just to
Actually,
go over the
I
facts.
say you could probably learn some stuff from Lucy since she says she was a
She's a
priestess.
priestess, yeah.
That's true, actually.
Which begs the
So, yeah.
question if I should talk to Ash.
You could.
You could try.
Interesting.
Because.
And mister.
No,
Then-
but that's you.
Tapos. Ninay, Oni-chan.
No.
Oh
Senpai.
God.
Anyway,
Ay,
I
nako.
think
At least hindi pa tayo umabot sa
uh,
Nagatoro levels. Okay.
should we get back?
Yes.
Anyway,
So
I
that-
was thinking lang na the reason I'm
Is
thinking
Vel back?
na no, I
She's still eating. Oh, okay. Anyway,
I-
her part's pretty much done. It's our side naman.
Mhm.
yeah, I'm just thinking
Right.
na I should talk if I should talk to Ash because and open up about my vision because on it he didn't see my vision eh.
He didn't.
Yep.
You could.
Nobody saw your vision.
Nobody did.
Lol. Ninay.
I'll be over there.
In the background.
anyway. Anyway, So, yeah.
Mainit ang tsa dito sa Pizza Hut.
So,
So,
how about Fallen Branch? What
you-
do you think? What about you?
I'm just keeping an open ear around them naman.
Yeah.
Personally, I would wait until we get from our errant horsewoman.
Aaron.
Kasi pwede naman. If you guys want to, you can kumbaga skip a turn and then we'll complete yung kay
You could do
Vel
that. But
muna.
Vel, you okay?
I will just observe the crew.
From me,
Hello?
for me, I'm just keeping an open ear around.
Yeah.
Or
No worries.
Like
Okay.
listening all around. See, this
Sige.
is why I run a restaurant, because lots of people need lots of information. And
Mhm.
I can use my reaching awareness on all of them
That's
and
really
blackmail
Um,
them.
so,
clever.
so question. If I talk to uh to Ash,
Hmm.
Yeah.
anong skills kaya yung I would probably need so that I can,
Depends on what you're trying to do.
you know,
Depends, yeah.
right now kasi
investigation?
parang I kind of just want to talk to him about the vision and perhaps get more information from him.
You could
Im-
just try
im-
honesty. Just go
Yun
there.
nga.
Hi.
Honest,
You
hi.
seem to know more than I do.
Yeah. Pero syempre parang what will boost what would it be like?
I don't think any of those. Let's see,
Is
what
it
skills?
like my
Because
socialize
if you're just
skill?
talking to them,
Yeah, that's why I'm talking.
socialize maybe.
Probably.
Or presence. Yun yung mga questions ko eh. Kaya yun yung
No,
Depends.
presence is just how if people
No,
notice
not
you or not,
really.
isn't it?
Yeah, it's more about the managing your how strong an impression you make with people for presence eh.
okay.
So it's not exactly good for persuasion, for
Conversations.
example. Yeah.
Oo.
It's not good for private talks either.
Mm.
Sige.
Yep.
Sige, anyway, I tell them my plan to talk to them about and perhaps I can glean more information from them if I talk about my vision. So I will ask Ash actually too if I could talk to him privately.
hmm Okay. Well, doesn't seem to be anybody
Go.
protesting.
I
Okay.
mean,
No, I'm good with it.
we don't know about that story, so he does whatever he wants with that.
Mhm.
What if he attacks you?
No, we're gonna do
I
it inside.
volunteer. You want me to just stand over there, you know?
Italian na
Within
siya.
earshot. I'm kind of hungry. I need a snack.
from from Southern Belle to
Isn't he?
Hungry Italian.
I thought he's already a snack.
I look at Sun and I say, you just
Gio,
SNACC.
already a snack.
What?
parang I
Eh,
look at Sun and then say,
Wow,
you
mga
just,
tao rito. Mahirap
just-
talaga sa disyerto.
you just want
Nakakainis!
I
Yeah, John's.
I like saying you just want to see him cabin on me, don't you?
What?
I'm like,
Wait, why would you think that?
no in this.
Why
in
would you
this,
think that?
you haven't
here is-
told
No
us
one,
even
no
the
one's,
vision.
no one's told each other about their visions,
We already
or at
did.
least the specific ones.
No, they discussed it.
We talked about it
Oh.
already.
We discussed
Alright,
it, remember?
No, Ninay, she's told them about what that specific thing about she was the
No,
lover.
but
didn't it?
nagkabedon si si Ninay eh. May leave out
Ah, that
the
one.
information.
I can't believe that naging point of reference yung Captain.
It was a particularly unique moment.
I
Ah,
know,
Tapos,
it was.
She did share that she had a history with a guy too. Pero hindi na lang sinabi yung complete details.
what is the history?
Yeah. So, yun.
Anyway.
Anyway, I'm gonna go talk to him. So I step out and approach the group, and I actually look at Ash while doing so. And then
Yeah, well, they're currently doing their
They're
own
doing
thing.
all things.
You see, Prince is out front busking essentially. You're not sure where Lucy is. She doesn't seem to be anywhere. But you do see Ash. Ash is in the
Yes.
back, working, chopping wood, as we have established apparently, earlier on in the scene. And yeah, he is dressed down. Obviously, he's not going to be chopping wood in like full plate armor and stuff. So, so he's got trousers. He's got on an inner shirt. He's busy chopping wood. So he sees you. Yeah, and yeah, he 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 sets the axe aside and is like, "Is there anything I can do for you?"
Yeah. I say yes. Can we talk privately?
He looks around. It's like
Yeah.
logs on
Just
this side. It's like, feel free.
well, well, there was one thing that I wanted to talk to you about because so explain that there was something that I did not tell them earlier that was during our discussion, and this is not something that I'm what do you call that, very open to talk about. Then I shared with him si Ninay, natatawa ako sa itsura ni Ninay. And then I shared with him that I had a vision. So I detailed the vision while that I had that vision while inside the man's.
Mhm.
And then
What triggered this vision?
it happened after the fight with the demon monkeys.
Okay,
So
and what exactly did you do? I mean, I don't think the demon monkeys could trigger this sort of.
I'm not sure. That's why I had that vision. Then after that vision, when we were trying to get out, that's when we saw you, and that's why I was able to identify you as the consort of the queen. And then I shared the
He
entire details of the vision.
right. So he nods and he says, "That much is true. I was, am the consort of the queen, and it would seem that if you have that vision, then that means that you bear her shard. Your exaltation, the one that grants you your abilities right now, belongs to her."
Hmm,
Mm.
wait lang. To be honest, I haven't been uh, exalted for that long, so I'm not quite sure what that means.
He goes on to explain that the mechanism of exaltation is more mundane you might think. The exaltations of a solar are limited in number, and every time a solar dies, their exaltation is essentially reassigned to a new soul. But that doesn't mean that you don't remember.
Mhm.
Now, in your case, you're carrying an exaltation of a queen that ruled Chiaroscuro before, my queen.
Interesting. Because isip ko kasi ano sasabihin ko next. Um, do you mind telling me more about the queen? Because I don't really, I have very little information about Chiaroscuro. I'm not really from here.
He shrugs and is like, "What would you like to know?" That's a very broad question you're asking me to answer.
um, what was she like? What was? How did she come to power? And it just boggles me that of all the visions that I could have or all the people that I could share uh shard with, it's her. So I'm just curious as to who was she?
She was first and foremost, and if you were to talk about her as a queen, then first and foremost, she was an excellent administrator. She believed in the rule of law and fought to establish such in the face of demons that would tear reality down. She was a veteran of the wars against the Yozi, which are essentially like demons for the exalted setting. And in reward of her service, she was granted the Shining Jewel of the South as her dominion. So if you're asking about it, then perhaps you might share some of her talents when it comes to whether it's command over people, or perhaps something to do with law?
That's interesting.
That
Um,
much I can assure.
that makes sense. And I do tend to have a supernatural command over room when I enter, especially if I want that to happen. So I
Not
can,
wrong.
yeah. So it is something that if I want to, people will turn their heads towards me and listen to everything that I say.
In He says, well, that's something that's shared among many of the Solars, but would, I suppose, broadly describe the Queen as well. Why doesn't it the Queen?
Sorry, again.
Why the interest in the Queen? I mean, sure, from an academic standpoint, it would be nice to know exactly whose memories you viewed, but why does this matter to you?
Because you matter to me. Joke lang.
But this is just JB talking to them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't have any specific reason. I'm just really curious. Um, I share this memory, and this memory of a time where this city was once quite grand, and a queen at the top leading it. And it just kind of fascinates me, and so I kind
But,
of want to know more.
but is such a vision something that you wish to happen for Chiaroscuro? Because if so, you and I share the same goal.
Hmm.
But that also means that you have something I need to get.
If there
Because
was
unlike the Queen, you do not have a millennia of rule under your belt. Her shard is wasted on you.
Yeah.
Oh, this guy. Oh my gosh.
Yep.
Dun dun dun.
And my own masters have promised me this. If I retrieve her shard, they will bring her back to me.
Mm.
Oh
Gasp.
my gosh, the teases!
Dun dun dun.
You
We have a sad boy.
we have a sad
Who
boy.
would
Oh, they're literally exalted sad boys. Fantastic. Anyway,
If there was anything that was more important to me than my own life, is the peace and order of the land. But I believe that I have to that I play a part in that. And so if you attempt talagang threaten. Wala na akong pwedeng pumuntahan kundi ganun eh.
up to you.
Because no, but and I don't think that's going to happen if you take away that shard. And so again, I'd like to maintain peace and order, but I will fight if I need to. And you may be a great wag na yan.
You'll be a great what? Biglang, si Ninay.
Parang,
the great part I think will be very different in your minds.
Yeah, but
Yes.
it and I will fight if I need to. And I acknowledge you're a great fighter. But again, I will fight if I need to. But for now, I don't think there's anything that we really need to fight on.
He says, there's one thing that we might need to fight on, and that will be the staff. Kaninong ganin.
That's right.
I'm like, my phone's
Whose
not.
phone is that?
So he's like, and that will be the staff. Let us know where it is, and I might let you have her shard for a while longer.
We keep
I've
talking
waited
about.
centuries, and I can give you your shot if that's really what you want.
I keep hearing talk of this stuff. Wait, I'm trying to ano to how do I say it? Wait lang. Paisip ako eh. Um,
Ito yung Jeopardy theme.
Bit, yeah. Hey,
What is?
it's tricky.
I'll take strange answers for 2000.
strange answers for 2000. And with regard to that
Cabid
stuff,
on him. I think that's the only solution right now.
I'll take Cabidon for 500.
And it's like you don't have the money for that.
You don't have the money for that. Oh no.
if
Oh,
I
no.
can, if we
What?
can, no, if I can, I'll help you with finding that stuff. But it isn't with me. Which is true.
So good.
It isn't with me.
Is it a good trade?
And I said, if I can, but at the
So,
moment I cannot. Anyway, that's what I said. If I can, I will help you
Alright.
with that stuff.
So he's like, well, it seems that we remain at an impasse. Let your friends know that whatever it is that they have, it's useless to them at the moment. Now, is that everything?
Yeah, I think that's the most I can get from you anyway. But I do thank you for the information.
He nods
And
and
then I
gets
walk
back to
away.
his, he goes back to his chores at this point.
Yeah, I walk away before he goes back to his chores.
Unahan kung sino bababa ng telepono. So, yeah.
so I
Ikaw muna. Anyway, ikaw mauna. Sige. So, what's the with that information? What else is there?
Anyway,
Meanwhile, yeah.
I
Yes. What
meanwhile
is your next one?
I just go back to them and discuss the conversation
Hmm.
with them.
Yep.
hmm.
What are your
So,
thoughts?
things of note. These guys know more about the exaltation than they're letting on. They apparently know
Obviously.
exaltations work. There was an implication of some sort of greater power that can actually perform transplantation of said shard,
Ugh.
which was implied in that conversation as well. What else?
Mm,
I think
yeah,
it,
they have the power to transfer shards. That's nasty.
that's nasty nga.
What would that leave? What would happen to the previous holder? Would he just die?
None, not necessarily. It wasn't asked.
Well, it wasn't asked.
We don't know.
We don't know.
So, what? We go back to.
Yeah, we can go back to Vel's scene if there's nothing else that you guys are planning.
Good.
Yeah, let's go back to Velcine, I guess.
Okay.
Let's
Hi, Vel.
go.
Oh no.
Meanwhile, burning village, Vel jumping off of her shiny horse. Haha, I tricked you. I'm alive. So
Why does it sound like me?
I'm really alive. Artfully snaps the crossbow bolt in her fist. It's like, okay. Um. So yeah. Meanwhile, inevitability. Um. Like whirls around to see you. He's like, oh god, it's the brat. It's like, what what's she doing here? Um. Like, look, I don't have time to deal with both of you. She directs the ghosts to overwhelm the tent, and Branch's sister tries to hold off the ghosts as best as she can to protect whoever's inside. That gives you, say, 4 rounds to end this conclusively, 4 turns. So, but that also gives you initiative. So, what do you plan to do, Val?
What
What
do I
does
do?
Aka do, for
Can
example?
I fight ghosts?
Yes,
In
surprisingly, you
this case,
Oh,
Can I get the census of the group? Like, guys, what
get
do
the
you
what?
think?
Sorry,
oh, we're not there.
We're
Go.
not there. You're alone.
so you have to
No,
decide on your own.
An
I
independent
want your
human.
opinion.
I use
Okay.
telepathy.
Give an opinion. We're not there.
Please, gods, give us a sign.
Go, just
Um,
fight.
Give us a sign.
Fight.
Yep.
Fight.
It was like thunderbolts.
Kill them again. Make them
yeah, I
experience the
think
afterlife once again.
Okay, so I guess so you can make a better decision. So the situation right now is that it is a nomad encampment. Most of the tents are already on fire or being attacked. On the far side is where Branch's sister is fending off the ghosts, and she will remain alive for the next 4 rounds fighting.
Oh.
Um, Meanwhile, the horse
Does she
woman,
recognize her?
Lady Horse.
yes, yeah, the equestrian bell inevitability is accessible to you. She's in the middle, and it looks like she is preoccupied with something at this point. But you interrupted her, and most of the ghosts are already directed to basically shred whoever's in that tent and whatever is in that tent. But so it's a face off between you and Vel. There are several pack animals which are half panicked around the place. There are bales of food, bundles of like trade goods, large posts, some flags, various bits and bobs. There's all sorts of things that you can use if you need to. And the thing is, you have initiative right now, and it's up to you on how you want to tackle this. We can do it by you can give a broad definition of you want to do first, and then we'll drill down to see what you can do. That way, you're not too pressured, naman. So feel free to ask questions about like what you feel might work, and then let's.
Okay, so I was thinking,
Mm-hmm.
pwede ko bang sapakin si Lady Horse and then like tell her na parang, okay, if we don't move, we're gonna die, but I'll deal with you later. I'll just save you now. And then we
Sapak
go
talaga
to
eh,
the
no?
tent where John's sister is. Cause like I also want to make sure that like like
she's
I'm there for her somehow.
Oh,
Yeah,
Like
because
I
the ghosts.
know
Sorry, just to clarify this situation, the ghosts are under the command of.
the ghost of Belle.
Yeah,
oh
That's the
She's
goal.
the
they're
one causing it
she's
to
the one.
happen.
Yeah, she summoned the ghosts
So
to
you
attack.
okay
So,
actually don't
then I'm
save her.
gonna
It's
smack the
happening.
bejesus out of
so
her.
ano,
Okay, so
wait.
like, that's a much more okay.
So
You
tama
smack
ba
the
yung
bejesus out of her.
tama ba pag-intindi ko that Vel has si Aka has 4 rounds, 4 turns
Yes,
before
Before
the
before the
sister
ghosts
dies.
overwhelm.
Oh, no,
Yes,
right.
Okay,
Go
can I
Just
go
or
smack
Aka.
before they
her
overwhelm Branch's
with
sister.
a flagpole?
You impale her with a
flagpole,
flagpole.
you pick
Yeah.
up one of the flagpoles. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh my
you run
gosh.
her through. Pwede naman. Or what are you doing? Are you going to run her through, or are you gonna bat her?
Bat her.
You're
Because
gonna
I
bat
think
her.
I need her alive.
Okay.
So parang mag-blackout ka lang but like to the point na parang you're like
Yeah.
dead.
Okay. So
Alive.
go ahead.
Relative.
Um, you- Given your martial arts, that's 2 dice plus your melee or athletics,
I
which is
have a
whichever is higher.
I think her athletics or whatever is 5. Eh?
4, 4.
4
So
plus
4 plus
2,
another 2
6.
dice. So 6 dice. 6d6.
Okay.
She has a defense of 2. So she can negate 2 of those.
Uh,
You score
she
a
has 3.
3. So that's definitely a hit. I have a cat trying to get into my lap.
Oh
Sorry.
no.
Sorry. Pero.
Oh,
Anyway, she's,
dear.
Mochi is literally on my lap. Like while I am
copycat.
GMing. I
Copycat.
completely feel the Bond villain stereotype now.
Or
Anyway.
si Don Corleone.
Oh, too arrogant.
You come into.
Look at how they massacred my boy. Okay. So you roll a 3, you overcome
3
her. Yeah. You overcome her defenses, and okay, that's not a lot of success over. So unfortunately, you don't send her spiraling into the sky, Ranma style. Um, but you do manage to smash her, and she gets knocked back. You know, her feet dragging on the sand. With like
Leaving a trail.
furrows as she gets knocked back. And her concentration sapped a little bit from maintaining the spell that she has up.
Are there
And
still ghosts around?
yeah, the ghosts are still there, sadly.
No.
They're still attacking. So this is like round 1 pa lang naman. So you have 4 for it. And on her turn, um, she looks at you. It's like, I really, really wish you died. um,
I want to be
uh,
friends. How dare.
and you on a weird, hindi man weird moment, but she does a maneuver of her own. Hold on, rolling dice. Ooh, that's horrible. Okay, so the dice roller really likes you. I will say that. So she runs towards you, and then she spins in place, and the spectral horse that she summoned last time appears underneath her and then kicks backwards towards you. It misses you
Wow.
barely as you duck, and now she's astride the horse
Yung
again.
parang pag ganon, nasipa ng horse.
Yeah,
So she's
basically she
on top of her
spins, and then
horse?
the horse appears underneath her and then kicks you, and
Damn.
then by the time it finishes the spin, she's on top of it. So yes, very
What
fancy
is with
fighting from these
her?
guys. But not as fancy as the what do you call this?
Flying.
The wood aspected dragon blood, which has flowers and stuff when his sword. Anyway, so yeah, now she's a Stridona, and now it's your turn. You're fighting her. She gets an extra bonus to defense because she is fighting mounted.
What do I
She's a
do?
fighting mountain.
Mounted.
Mounted.
Astride
Mounted.
a horse. Yeah,
Can I get my horse?
you could. I don't know if that. Okay, it's up to you. You can. You vault backwards. You somersault backwards, and the horse is there.
I just wanna
Parang Zorro lang.
copy.
Joust.
Joust with a
I
flagpole.
no, I
Tuck the flagpole
actually
on your
wanna
arm.
copy what she did to
And
me.
have your horse kick her. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, this is turning into that yung sabungan ng horse. May bites and kicks. Anyway. Um.
So
Oh my. What do I roll for?
Time honored tradition yan dito sa Pilipinas. Anyway, yeah, so in that case, either ride or athletics. I'll let you substitute athletics for this one because it matters a lot. Also, you have a timer
athletics.
running down.
Substitute, so I get red. Tama ba?
So
Just roll your
you use-
athletics.
Yeah, plus you also get 2 additional dice for the stunt.
Roll for what? Sorry. Unable.
Athletics.
Okay.
So 6 dice
So
ulit.
66.
Okay. 66. Oh no. Now this started to come out.
Oh no.
Cool.
Yeah. So the good thing Well, actually, no, it's a bad thing. There are ones there. And no successes.
Oh
So
no.
essentially, uh, the good news is there is no such thing as a botch roll for this mechanic, this rule set. Otherwise, it would be a very bad time. Okay, so you try and replicate the maneuver, and the horse does try to kick backwards um, at uh, the inevitability, and you miss quite poorly actually, and it also leaves you quite open to her next attack. And what she does is she whips out um, her twin crossbows,
Oh no.
and she opens fire at you. What she's doing is she is using um what do you call this? Uh Overwhelming as a charm. So doubles her dice pool for her attack. And she's also doing reaching to expand the area um to basically cover everything within her line of sight.
Oh my.
So there's this massive spray of crossbow bolts that appear, and her arms are a blur as the air in front of you is suddenly filled with crossbow bolts.
Ooh,
And
from Katarina.
so that's an 8d6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I didn't roll too many sixes on that one. 5 successes take away 2, 3 take over, so you take 2 damage because your armor takes 1.
Ah,
So you take 2 damage as the crossbow bolts plow into you and into your horse,
no.
making your horse basically dies as it is turned into a
Oh
pincushion
no.
I
of
just
multiple.
stole you.
Yes, it's like, damn it, hindi ko pa nababawi. um wala pang
Person.
ROI, so wala pang ROI yung kabayo mo. But you um the crossbow bolts basically like slam into the horse. You get hit a couple of times, but out of desperation, you slide down the saddle and use the horse as cover to save you from more damage.
Darn.
Because it's dying anyway, but you might as well have a meat shield.
I'm so violent.
You're a soldier, so this isn't really new. Um,
I'm a hun.
yeah. So the horse goes down. You are currently without a horse at the moment, and there are like crossbow bolts everywhere, and it is now your turn.
Okay, so
Oh my
I
gosh.
am absolutely injured, and I feel like okay, I need to get close to her. So can I do like parang a gymnastics thing where I like whirl to her?
Yeah, sure.
So I'm
Simone
gonna be
Biles.
like on top of her horse, and then I beat her out there.
Yeah, go ahead.
Like papangahan ko siya. So that's what
I
I
mean, this
want.
isn't the first time you've done something like that. The first time you met her, hindi pa kayo magkakilala, sinipa mo na siya sa mukha.
True.
So this
So,
one, gusto ko talaga ma-blackout na siya. So please, just let
okay.
me smack you square in the face
Sige.
and
So you have your
lose.
martial arts plus your athletics. I'll let you get away with that considering this is defined as a gymnastics move. So that's 6d6.
Okay.
Roll it.
Nice. Nice.
Go, Vel.
Oh, fell.
Yes.
Oh my god, look at that.
Ooh,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
Nice.
8.
8.
Wow,
Oh my
eight.
gosh. So that definitely
that's the word.
blows past her. Okay. So, so the scene is in slow motion. There's this falling horse that's peppered with bolts as Aka slides uh under it basically for cover. Aka gets up in slow motion, bleeding in like some parts as the crossbow bolts are sticking out of her. And then she begins to run and then vault, literally, over her horse, jump, do a half twist, like 2.5 twist, land right in front of inevitability,
That sounds funny though. But
and you basically kick her across the face on the other cheek this time for good measure.
turn the other cheek.
Turn the other cheek, literally. And that is 6 over her defense. Her face isn't described as armored, so she takes all 6.
Oh
Ay.
my god. That'd be funny.
Yeah.
My face is armor. Kapal na mukha.
Yeah, I know, right? But she doesn't. I didn't describe her as having a helmet, so I'm like, oh no. Okay, so yeah, you kick her across the face so hard, that the sound of the blow echoes, and you unhorse her. Um, she falls at an ugly angle.
Yeah.
Wait, I
Um,
need her alive, right?
and
She's basically
yeah,
an exalted, so
I guess.
she's
Yeah.
either paralyzed or dead. You're not sure, and you don't have the medicine to figure that out.
was she using modes at this time? Charms? No.
What?
And I'm just wondering kasi si dragon blooded sister is nearby.
No motes, thankfully. She doesn't spend ano naman.
Raw.
Just sheer
Raw
will.
sheer will and like a ton of dice rolling 6s.
Ay,
So you kick it across the face, and inevitability meets the inevitable. As and she's like, she's either dead or unconscious. You don't really care at this point. And the ghosts that she summons are all like sent back to the Shadowlands.
Return to
Amazing.
whence you came.
Wait,
Yes.
but how are we gonna get the parts of the stuff? No.
one thing at a time.
What have I done?
Okay, na.
This and Aka is saying this as she's like shaking down inevitability's corpse for loot. What have I done?
What have I done?
What have I done? Gathering money, whatever else.
What have I done? She's trying to pickpocket.
Uh, what have I done? Tinitignan yung crossbow. She's so
Ginagawa
Puta.
what have I done? I regret this so much. How many of these things can I take home?
Meanwhile, nakakaramdam si Pizza. Someone is being looted.
And I'm not there to
And I'm not there to
to
loot
profit
as
from
well.
Someone's encroaching on my thing.
Oh my gosh.
So okay, Nellens is astounded as the ghosts are sent away, and she's like, you're that girl from the university.
Oh no.
And she's like,
You're
right,
a commander,
first
right?
Can I say
First-
like, oh, that's my twin sister? What are you talking about?
Alright.
she's like, normally I would buy that, except you knew to say that it was a twin sister. You wouldn't have known we met.
I
I'm
mean, telepathy.
So,
Told me we
you're not in any danger if that's what you're worried about. I'm I'm here to thank you on behalf of Dragon Blooded for assisting me in this moment. I don't know how you did it, and I don't know what the hell that is that we fought. But I owe you for this one,
John.
and
Yep.
I'm my family is an honorable one. I don't know if you've ever heard of my brother. He's apparently was a big deal around here somewhere. But we repay our debts, and you've done a glorious service to us today. May I know your name?
Pizza.
Pizza. That's your name? Okay.
Yes.
And all right.
Sito Pizza.
Madam,
Chill.
Madam Pizza, um, I am in your debt. If you need for anything, um, hmm, she goes and rifles through a nearby bag of hers and quickly takes out
Calling
a
card.
stamp and chop
Oh.
and basically writes a promissory note um to Pizza and then
Oh no.
stamps it down with her name and then hands it to you. If you are to go to Chiaroscuro, then the garrison of the Netherlands will honor this promissory note.
Ooh, hey, what's up, pizza chains?
Pizza chain. Alright, so
So yeah, she's like in the meantime, it looks like we have a bit of picking up after to do. The people of this tribe were supposed to help me find the ruin where my brother was killed. But it looks like it's
Oh,
a dead end now.
oh.
Literally, she's just looking at the ruined place.
That's so
Literally.
uncomfortable, like, especially knowing that I was just
does
with her forever. Like,
does Aka know that they're siblings, right?
sorry.
Yes.
Alright, making sure that.
I mean, we can just try again. I'll help you.
Cough, cough.
I mean, I don't suppose you're familiar with this area. You seem to be some sort of tracker or soldier.
Yes.
So you
Tracker,
guess what?
yes. Not soldier.
Then
No, no, no.
we could use an extra hand. I mean, if I'm going to be exploring this ruin where my brother died, would you be interested if I were to like offer, I suppose, further payment?
Oh, wait. I just want to know. Would she have any idea about the stuff? Uh,
She might.
oh, wait. Should I take it? Should I be John's legitimate adopted sister now?
Wait, what?
I have no idea. Belle is like two steps ahead of us at
Kidding.
this point.
Like creating her
I
own.
mean, if it's gonna help with the search for the staff parts, yeah, sure, why not?
It's up to you because from
You can.
you're not entirely certain, uh, but the instructions to inevitability was to go and get to this tribe first before you
Uh,
guys did. So it's
I,
with the
Okay.
tribe and it's not
If
with
there
this
if there are
sister.
any surviving members, you could always ask them if they
yeah.
know anything about
I
the
think
stuff.
you can give out selective information to Branch's sister, meaning to say what you're doing there because you're tracking that person because of a certain staff.
Vel. The only way you're gonna be my sister.
Neither of you guys are there, so you can't give her
Yeah,
advice.
I know, I'm
this
just
is
saying.
this is this is
Can't
out
So
of
Vel,
do.
what
this is
are
out of
you
character
saying at this
advice.
point?
Yeah,
I
this is out of character.
kinda wanna say no for the reason that I wanna go back to pizza
That's
and
fair.
tell him like, hey, look what I got you.
Yeah, that is a perfectly legitimate thing to do.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
feel like
it's
Okay.
that's
legit.
such an akape.
So you wish her good luck.
Bye.
Good luck, have fun.
Wait,
GLHF.
That's funny though. GLH.
And
so without
you
finding anything about the staff,
Yeah, just tell her that you
yeah
have to go back.
Yeah.
yeah you have other duties and such.
I
Yeah.
have some
So
pizza chains.
you ask around from the remaining survivors if they've seen anything or whatever, and they say that it was a they did find something in the desert, and they spoke to a woman with a like copper mask with no eye holes and stuff.
are they talking about Lucy?
She had asked for it, but they refused her. So
So they have it.
they ask you about it, and they ask you about it and say, that this thing might be cursed for something like this to be sending ghosts. But if you are capable enough to take on their number, then we will gladly hand it to you.
Ayan.
Hmm.
Oh my.
Yeah,
More fighting.
yeah. Get it.
But I wanna go back to pizza and tell
Oh,
him
you can get it and go back to
You
pizza.
can
You
Yeah,
can
you
take
can
it
get it
and
and
go.
then
You can
go
take it
back.
back with you.
Yeah, you
yeah.
take it back
okay.
with you, basically.
They're
Okay,
basically
let's
offering it to
go.
give it to you.
Yes.
Yeah, they're like,
Yes.
please take it away. We got attacked and we almost all died.
All
Um,
right. Give it
so
to
that's
me.
essentially what they said.
I'm gonna
Uh,
bring it.
They just force it upon her. Take it.
But
yeah,
here,
take
take it.
it.
We don't want it anymore.
You're a strong person. Here you go. Take it.
You have managed
Here's a horse and some water. Good luck.
to take it.
You're a strong
So
woman.
yeah,
You're a
Strong,
so
strong.
independent woman.
yes. This is what happens when you're dawn cased.
Yeah, yeah.
Surprisingly, actually, ghosts run away from you. We're not able to demonstrate that, but because you're a dawn cast, you can technically terrify most things.
God.
Hmm, angry 13-year-old terrifies the dead.
Lol.
Yeah. Okay, so with that, with your prize, you start heading back to the team, knowing full well that you've actually done quite a lot for this particular session. You killed one of the Death Knights,
Oh wait,
and
killed? Okay.
yeah,
I
this,
thought she's like unconscious or something.
she was actually pretty dead. Nobody bothered to check up on her after this, but she was dead. So she's just there, left in a funny angle. Uh, yeah,
Yeah.
because
Like
she
her,
actually
her
took
neck
she actually took her last health levels worth of damage falling off the horse. Um,
So
because
bad.
I don't know if you guys have ever seen how bad falls from a horse can get. They can get pretty bad.
Really?
I thought it only gets bad if like the horse steps on you or something.
like
If
the
the horse
first,
fell on you, it's worse. You end up as Christopher
right
Reeves.
after, right? Yeah.
Um, yeah,
Yeah,
Christopher
falling off a
Reeves
horse, especially one that's running, is like the equivalent of jumping
is
out of a moving
dangerous.
car.
Oh my
Yes.
gosh.
So
Well,
yeah,
it depends how fast the horse is moving.
Yeah, but I'm just
yeah,
saying,
I
in
mean,
that time,
horses
that's the
aren't
equivalent.
all, to be
The
fair.
problem kasi with the horse is you're high.
yes.
Yeah.
Falling damage na yun, technically.
Yeah.
Yeah, kasi
Anyway,
Yeah, you
sa
are high
karga
actually.
walang height yun masyado eh compared to
Yeah.
a car, di ba?
True.
Very
anyway,
survivable.
so we'll actually end here.
That
It's
was fun.
10:41,
Yeah, I'm
and
good.
Everyone.
I'm
yeah,
good.
sorry, it was a bit of a no. Two very long scenes
Okay lang.
cut together,
Cool.
but I hope you guys had fun.
Yeah.
Uh,
It's nice.
and yeah, so we're
I
moving on
enjoyed it.
the
And you
last two
yeah.
sessions, I think, uh, of our campaign, and things are coming to a head because you are now tied 2-2 with their group, and it's
Oh
just now
yeah.
a matter of figuring out what the hell they want those things for and where the heck are they hiding them, and more importantly, where's the last piece. So yeah, total of
Awesome.
5 pieces.
Total of
So
5 pieces.
yep.
We're gonna go head to head with them eventually.
Mhm.
Yeah, Cabedon maybe next time.
Cabidon maybe next time. Sorry, no Cabidon today, but lots of interesting banter. Um,
Dapat pala nung after ng banter ko, Ninay, go talk to him. Soon, go talk to him.
right.
There's no
So
reason to.
Yeah.
yeah, no reason.
Just kidding.
Yeah.
The
At this
habit
point,
one is the reason.
yeah. Do we do the debrief on air then like last time or
Yeah.
We can.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure. Let's go.
yeah?
I'm good.
So yeah. For first off, thanks to everybody still watching. Uh,
Thank you very much.
it's great to
I
be
think
running a game for these guys. And just like what we did last time, let's go with what did you like about the session and what do you think could be improved? And we'll start this time with Ninay because now you are on audio. Because
Actually,
I'm not coughing as much, so
Yeah, yeah. You're actually healthy-ish.
yes. She has
fun.
all
I mean,
She has all these scenarios. She's definitely not sick.
Marami lang uhaw sa disyerto. Ah,
Umaga sa
Look at that.
disyerto.
I think that was the only issue was too thirsty.
Hashtag
Just
who, how's
just
this disyerto.
dehydrated lang.
dehydrated. Oo. Remember, guys, hydrate regularly.
It's a good
But
one.
yeah, in terms of so yeah,
Times of
and,
gameplay.
and anything you feel could have been
Of
more balance.
banter and I mean no, it was a good balance of banter and action.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, for me.
Yeah, I think that there's merit in that. Normally kasi I tend to run very long campaigns. So part of this, the challenge personally for me is like since I'm running this as a 5-part thing, um,
Trying
it's
to
how
fit
to
it all.
balance that sort of how to split it all properly. And if you forgive me, my cat is attempting to drop stuff next to me, so I am no get
It's okay.
He's part. He wants to be part of the debrief.
yeah.
Sorry.
Anyway, so okay, so
What
thank
to
you
do?
for okay. So balance is good between the banter and the fighting. So we have a lot of in character moments and such. Any negatives? Anything that you feel could be improved?
I feel like John didn't do much in this session though.
No, it's fine because like I normally get to do so much of stuff. It's like I on purpose like took a step back because
Okay.
I wanted everyone else to get more screen time.
Hmm.
So that's okay. It's I could have got more screen time, but I didn't need to.
I enjoyed the spotlight on Belle's character.
Yes,
Yeah,
Actually,
that wouldn't have happened, and also the Ninai interactions. Those wouldn't have happened if I jumped in too much, and it felt natural for me not to really jump in this particular
Mm-mm.
sequence of stories. So it's cool.
Yeah.
Makes sense to me.
Besides, I think by next session there will be a little more on the socializing side of things. So I'm guessing Balmong and Branch will step in on that point na.
yeah.
Yep.
yeah, they're
Kasi
pretty good at that.
We have
yeah.
stuff for leverage too.
Oh,
Especially with si Nellens ba? Yung sister.
Sister
Yeah, actually,
session.
I'm curious about that.
And it's in my name too.
Yeah, no, that's Belle's gift to you. Getting it in
Yes.
your name.
Anyway.
yeah. If she had just given her name, then mayaman na siya.
What can I say? I am a child.
I
She
cannot be
doesn't need.
trusted with money.
Yeah.
She doesn't need money.
Doesn't need
Oh, yeah.
money.
Probably
I
doesn't.
want my investments to double.
It took a lot of hinting to get Vel to act on the
Nakakatawa. So
On the
somebody would
queue.
write
on the queue.
somebody swift and somebody small and fast. Tatlo na kami ni Ninay tsaka ni Gio na si Bel
Someone who can ride quickly.
I'm so sorry.
Someone with a horn.
To be fair, bawing-bawi naman siya the moment she started.
Yeah.
So okay, Balmong, how about you? Things you like,
um
things that could be improved.
I liked it. Not much in the improvement part. I think more of I really like the pace. Tsaka like for example, nagustuhan ko yung we went to Vel and then we went back to us while in the at part way then tas bumalik tayo kay Vel. So parang you know that these two things are happening concurrently. So
Mm-mm.
and hindi kami left behind not doing anything for that entire period. Kasi that could have happened eh. Na dire-diretso natin si Vel and wala na kaming
I guess
ginawa.
so.
Oo. Right,
So
right.
maganda yung even if it was just for a short period where I talked uh to Ash, no. But
Ash.
yeah, I just like that we had that interaction where meanwhile back at
Meanwhile,
back at the hut
meanwhile, my heart-to-heart si Ash tsaka si Balmong. Um,
With Sun
sige.
Tsun just snacking nearby.
si Tsutsun nakaganon eh.
Oh, snacky nearby.
She's trying to stretch her neck to see what's going on.
Yeah.
Like,
Uh,
work.
You missed the
okay.
spot over there.
John,
It's
how
like
about
you
you?
missed the spot this entire table.
So, John, how about you? Things you like, things that need improvement.
Me or No, I'm good. Like I made my mentions earlier. Well, I did tell you previously that since I've been getting, I felt like I was getting a lot of screen time. That I would sit this one out ish,
Mhm.
to balance things around. So, and I like what happened with the group. So I'm happy with that. I'm good with that. Cool. It's very cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
Uh,
No. Pacing is good. Pacing is good. Fits within our 2.5 hour session. So looking forward to the next one.
mhm. Sige. Gio, how
Just
about
a,
you?
just another thing. Just happy na Vel making more decisions without our
Yes.
Yes.
She is
input.
warming up to the entire thing.
I'm
So that's
having
very
fun,
cool.
guys.
Yeah,
Very cool.
Yeah,
lots of lots of epic
that's really
moments.
all that
Honestly,
we're here for. Anyway, ultimately, we're all here to have fun.
yeah.
And
This
no, that's part and parcel of it.
it's funny.
Uh,
It's funny
The
that she was
final
doing
the final
epic.
scene was so cool though.
Yun
Yung
nga eh.
final move.
Yung nakakatawa lang, she was doing so epically, and then suddenly my one
puro one.
one my one round na lang puro one. Biglang nag-miss. Tapos biglang epic ulit.
Just
Wow.
Oh,
one
ano yan? Tawag
the
dito,
eight the eight
ano muna yung
the
dice.
eight the
Hindi.
eight successes.
Yung tipong, huh? Tapos biglang recover. Oh,
Oh, I like the,
It's a movie moment.
movie moment siya.
Movie or
Okay.
anime moment. They just
Oo.
suddenly appear next to the person.
Pang Dragon Ball, yung mga may fuzzy lines, tapos nandun na siya. Kick.
Kala mo beaten nas biglang
Oo, may ano bigla. So,
Oh, it's
Gio,
like
how
My
about you?
Hero Academia.
What? That was
So, okay
what I
na?
was
That
saying.
was it?
Yeah,
That was it?
yeah, that's
Okay.
good. Yeah.
Sige. Vel, how about you?
I had fun. Guys, I'm like, I get it now. Like, I get why the skills are
Why
important. Like,
RPGs are
it makes sense. So, parang, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for tonight. Kasi parang I feel like next time that we like create characters, I have like a better idea on how it works.
Mm.
So that's fun. Thank you for giving me my horse moment where I used
yes.
my horse as a meat shield.
I'm
But
sorry, that
yeah,
wasn't exactly the nicest horse moment, but okay.
I thought you were talking about the horse
Where's the
chase
horse?
before that.
Yeah,
I
the flying
mean,
horse thing.
that was amazing too. Like my horse is
yung horse
flying
meat
and I
shield talaga.
stole it. So I really had fun. No naman negative comments, pero I do miss the interactions with the others. So.
Mm-mm. Yeah.
No,
I
it'll
think kasi in
happen in
this
the next
moment, you're a
session.
little bit on the
Tayo
medyo,
po.
The
literal
thing is,
malayo ka.
yeah, the
Kasi,
thing is, none of us could keep up with you.
yes.
Yeah.
None of us are fast enough.
Mm. But you became essential for clinching the one piece that was with
Yeah.
this
It's like
particular side. So,
maturity, enlightenment moment.
oh,
Just
yan yung mga talagang, at this point, ito yung mga, the rest of the group is like watching you. Ayan na, lilipad na siya. Out of the nest moment. She's flying. Uh,
Proud.
so proud.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
No, but it's always a good thing, and
And
I'm
you
relieved that you actually rose to the occasion when it came to that particular ano. You literally grabbed the opportunity with both hands and didn't let go. And honestly, that's the
You
kind of player that
literally took the reins on it.
took the reins
I'm just
of this wild horse of a campaign. And
I wanted to just also say like
GT horse.
Vel basically killed herself.
yes,
She what?
that killed herself.
You're right.
si Bel kasi, di ba? Uh,
Ay, nako.
Hi.
Actually, you gave us an advantage. Now they're down to 3.
mhm.
Actually, yeah.
Yes,
Diba?
they're
And we're
down to
still
three.
and we're still 5.
Yeah, they're
And
most.
Geos richer.
Yun pa, well.
I don't know what that does for us, but
It does
I mean, we can
more
buy
supplies.
weapons,
there is stuff.
flamethrowers.
Hi.
Yeah, but so ultimately, on my end, I felt that, yeah, in terms of the game, um, I think we've hit that point where everybody is finally comfortable with their characters. There's less second guessing about what will I do, what should I do, is this diba? Is this something that my character would do? There's less of that na all around eh.
Yeah.
Which I found great because it really, from a GM perspective, um, there's a lot going on in my head whenever I run, and the other half of my job is not just telling the stories, cracking jokes now and then, but it's also to pay attention to how well the players are engaging with the story and at what point are they comfortable. And that's actually, I guess, the hidden secret to GMing is half of it is listening to your other players, because ultimately the GM is the only one who's not allowed to disengage from the narrative
Mm.
through the entire 2 hours. So while other players can be like, okay, that's not my scene, pahinga ako, the GM has to be on perpetually. So that's why I'm actually quite harsh on myself. You can ask my wife. I'm harsh on myself when I GM. I always, at the end of every session, I always go over it. I think, okay, so what did I do? I know when I missed a particular character. I understand pag like say, okay, like in this session, I missed out on giving si John screen time.
It's okay.
And then last time wala masyadong screen time si ano, yun. So there's
You know.
that's something that I try to be conscious of, kasi it's really a balancing act. We don't want to waste people's time that, you took the time to come here for 2.5 hours,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not just to listen and like not do stuff. You could do other things for 2.5 hours.
Well, I'm
And
I'm here to watch these guys go nuts. So if
ayun, well, if
I
that's the case, then
I'm
at
fine
least,
with it. I'm fine then with just enjoying the chaos since
Yeah.
oh, yeah. And that's the
And
thing.
yes.
I'm actually glad because this in this particular group, I don't think there's any particular character or player where it's boring.
no,
Na pag pinanood mo na, okay, if they're in a scene alone, it gets boring. Hindi naman. Kasi everybody has something interesting to bring to the table. And my cat is back on my lap again. So,
Mochi.
so yeah, ano, back to the
The Bond villain.
Bond
Hmm.
villain
Oh, that's so
moment.
cute.
Yeah, she's
I
a
was
big
I was watching
chunky
pa
one.
naman ano. I was watching pa naman Gold Member the other day.
As in
Not the
Austin
most
Powers.
flattering.
Yes.
Yes. Not the most flattering rendition of the Bond villain, um but yeah, ultimately, so since that's my job, I'm glad to see, at least in this particular session, everyone was engaged at one point or another. I'm also starting to learn a couple of things, which is why in this session, I don't know if you guys noticed, I've been calling out certain cues. So sometimes I've been reminding na, oh, okay, so this is what you guys know, and based off what they said, it's implied that they have two items.
yeah,
So I take a moment that yes, in some groups kasi they're very sharp.
Yeah.
Um, some of the groups I work with, talagang literal, I don't have to drop yung
any hints.
implied subtext. It's all just in the conversation. And then once the conversation ends, pag disengage na in character, biglang the players are like, okay, what do we know? Tapos they'll start rattling off all the facts. Ano yung
Yeah,
sinabi, ano yung hindi sinabi, what's said between the lines.
yeah.
And
There
that's a
are
certain style of play. It's not the best style of play, it just is a style of play.
Yeah.
But syempre, for more casual play like this one, it's okay because,
we
ultimately
we
it's
do have
better
a lot.
than.
Well, not a lot. We
Mm,
have two new players, so that kind of style of play is the one where you actually drop our hints. It's totally fine.
mm. Yeah.
Tapos,
So that's
Lee,
True.
why I
True.
felt
True.
that it was better because it helps guide and grant more confidence for your decision making. Because parang at least, okay, GM verifies that tama yung pagkarinig namin. They do have two items. When he was talking and Ninay was present, when Sunzon was present in that conversation and they mentioned two items, it was really meant to be bait to
yep.
see if he would volunteer na, you have two already or something. So what does it do to imply interest? Because the questions that Sun Sun would have asked will
Yeah.
inform Prince what you guys know and don't know.
Which is better that she was the one talking, because if it was
Yes.
John, we might have asked questions.
Yes.
So that might have been bait.
Mm.
So the fact
So
that she was sorry, but for lack of a better term, lutang worked out
Yeah.
perfectly. He's like, I know nothing. They're like, oh,
What?
okay.
Yeah.
She's really.
yeah.
He's like, she really
But
doesn't.
it actually saved your bacon in a sense because it really was a social trap built into the ano.
I
Aha!
swear, I
I,
knew
I
it.
totally knew that. No, I'm kidding.
We
No,
totally knew that.
intentional.
No, but I knew it's not good to actually reveal that information. You know.
Mhm. I hope
Yeah.
you guys don't mind the medyo unorthodox introduction. Oh, here are your villains. They're
That's
having
fine.
lunch with you.
That's
Diba?
fine.
Oh,
It's
fine.
very different from your standard now. Oh, they kick the door down and then they start attacking. No, these guys will actually literally sit down and have lunch. Um,
No, this is anime style, right? So it does happen.
It happens.
diba? It does happen
The villain is
in
actually
the genre.
parang, yeah, parang doing that
It's
all.
Oh
the genre.
no. Naisip ko, oh no, Mr. Bond, we expect you to die.
Even that will probably be much later. But yeah, so I think eventually, with the last two sessions, you'll discover well where the last item is and uh what the Death Knights are after. Why they want the stuff to begin with, and that's it. I had a great amount of fun. Thank you everyone, and then let's just
Thank
figure
you,
out like
Jay.
we'll just schedule the next one.
Mhm.
We do have a spot for it. We'll check our dates and we'll let you know probably within the week.
Yeah.
You have the dates, John.
We've
No?
set some dates up now.
We have
Mm.
set
Yeah.
a lot of dates
The
up
next
ahead.
date is sa September. I
September
believe
6th.
Okay.
September 6th, if I'm not mistaken. Yep.
September 6th. So
Okay.
this is
Sige.
for like either the first or second Monday of the month. It's coming out.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Alright.
Sounds good.
Thank you, Jay.
Thank you so
Okay.
much.
Thanks for
Had a
Alright.
great time.
So to the 4 viewers that we still have, thank you guys.
Please join us
And
next time. I hope
join
you're
us next
enjoying the
time.
game
Yay.
as well.
Night.
Thank you
Bye
to
Bye.
bye.
Good
Oh yeah,
night.
wait, Vel, you don't want to share that thing you just had?